guys! My name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel. I want to talk to you about this reading challenge that I'm participating in this year. You heard me, this year. It is an entire year-long reading challenge and I'm really kind of damn stoked about it. So I found out that there was something pretty cool going on Twitter. I follow one of these bloggers who started this readathon, or the reading challenge rather. That's called the Year of the Asian Reading Challenge. This is the first year that it's taking place and it is run by 4 book bloggers. Vicky from Vicky Who Reads, Shealea, I think, or Shealea. I'm not quite sure how you say her name. She doesn't have a YouTube that I know of. She has a book blog and I need to ask her the correct way to pronounce her name. Then there is Art from a Friend is the Twitter handle, and they are a book blogger over at The Quiet Pond. And then Lily from Sprinkles of Dreams. Now Vicky is the one out of the 4 of them who I was following initially, and I found out about this challenge, and it's really cool because it's all year. It is an entire year to get your challenges done. So let me tell you about the different levels. Yeah? Alright. If you follow any of these lovely people's blogs or Twitter pages or the Year of the Asian Reading Challenge Twitter page, all of which I will link down in the description box, you will see that for this reading challenge there are monthly prompts with different tropes. There are book recommendations from month to month, and then there are also places where you can kind of participate on monthly catch-ups with other people who are participating. And on Shealea's blog there is a master list of all the people participating, which I think is really damn cool. Okay, so fun thing is, in this challenge, in this year-long challenge, there are different levels and different badges for your reading goals. Basically, you can pick different challenge levels. So the first being a Philippine Tarsier is to read 1 to 10 books. The second, an Indian Cobra, you read 11 to 20 books. A Malaysian Tapir is to read 21 to 30 books. A Giant Panda is to read 31 to 40 books, and that's my personal goal. An Asian Elephant is to read 41 to 50 books. And then a Bengali Tiger is to read more than 50 books. Now again, you have the entire year to read these books, but you have to have started, you can't have completed the book like early. You have to have started to finish the book between January 1st and December 31st of 2019. And the book has to be by an Asian author. You can join by announcing your intention on Twitter or your preferred platform that you intend to join this readathon, and then also on the announcement page there is a link to where you can formally sign up. And also on the original posting page, which I will again link down below, there is a section where you can officially sign up. So let's talk about some authors and some books that I want to read. Right now, what I'm going to show you are the books that I have in my personal collection already. I did not buy any of these books. These are just the books by Asian authors that I already owned and that were on my TBR, and I now have a reason to make them priority because I want to win this challenge. So, pulling firstly from my March TBR, there is the Gilded Wolves. This one has a kind of Six of Crows feel, but it's set in a really kind of gilded Parisian setting, which I like. Don't know what it's about, didn't want to know. All I know is that it's very, very diverse cast of characters, which is why it has a bit of a Six of Crows feel, and it's kind of like a feeling of like your found family as opposed to the family you were born into, which is really cool. And I have here The Kingdom of Copper, which is the sequel to The City of Brass, the second book in the Devabad trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. I can't tell you what this one is if you haven't read the first one, so of course I will try to link all these books down in the description box so you can check them and the authors out. Then I have Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie Sedal. This is an East Asian evil queen retelling, and she lives for the retellings. Yes, indeed. Alright. Now, in this other stack of books I have here, we'll just go through them. So, also intended to read, I have Heroine Complex by Sarah Kuhn. This is an urban fantasy with an Asian main character who didn't know later, or she either didn't know she had superpowers or she just flat out as an adult develops superpowers. in a world where there are also already superheroes, and she works for one but didn't realize that she was one herself. Then there is The City of Brass, for those of you who needed to know what the first one was about. Again, it is a high fantasy book set in a Middle Eastern setting. Like, the beginning, I believe, takes place in Cairo before they switch over to the fantasy world. The fantasy world is full of jinn, and amongst the jinn are separated into like different cultures with different belief systems. The magic system is incredible. The setting is very lush and incredible. Like, the writing is beautiful. The story is just gripping and compelling. Like, I don't know how you cannot like this book. If anything ever intrigued you about like Aladdin, Alibaba and the King of Thieves, Scheherazade, the 40, I can't think, like 1001 Nights, any of those tales, this is like those on 100. Like, you should check that out if you like those. There is paranormal romance. This is Mine to Possess by Nalini Singh. This is a side-changeling novel. This is shifter romance. There is Julie Kagawa, who also writes YA. I don't know if this one is YA or not, but this one is The Immortal Rules. It is a vampire urban fantasy, and I do like that this book has a very rugged like look with the deviled edges. There is From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. There is also When Dimple Met Vishy, which I read first. It was great. I'm partway through this one, and hilarious. Like, it is YA rom-com, and they are so damn cute. They just make me happy. They're really, really good, and the author is also incredible. Like, I kind of stan her on Twitter because she's fabulous. Then I have Warcross by Marie Lu. This was one of my most anticipated books that I like rushed home from the airport with a car full of suitcases to buy, and then didn't get to, and I'm super stoked to read about it. This one is YA, kind of urban fantasy. I'm not really sure what you would call it. So in this world, everyone is kind of obsessed with this game, but you can actually, like, as an alternate reality, go into this game and play. And the main character is a hacker who hacks into this game and accidentally puts herself in the game and kind of becomes a viral phenomenon. And instead of getting arrested like she thought she was going to, the creator of the game hires her to spy. Then I have the Ember in the Ashes series by Saba Tahir. This book will break your heart and your guts and your brain and your everything. So in Ember in the Ashes, it is kind of, it's the first book of the series. The second one is The Torch Against the Night, and then the third one is Reaper at the Gates. This one is kind of set in this empire that was taken over by a different group of people. The Martial Empire, in which if you defied, you were killed. The Emperor is... It's this world that's kind of Roman inspired, and we kind of start with this character who lives in this like small and humble setting with her family, and then her world kind of falls apart. So instead of doing nothing about it, she feels like she has nothing to lose, and so in order to save the only thing that she may possibly have left, she goes undercover, so to speak. Like, she sets herself in place, whereas she was free, she sets herself in place to be this slave in this kind of higher position or in this significant place in order to help like the resistance. Oh, it's such a good book. Like, the characters will make you hate them, they'll make you love them, they'll make you laugh, they'll make you cry, they'll make you piss the hell off, and the story will grip the hell out of you. And the audiobook is narrated by Steve West and Fiona Hardingham. Steve West narrated the Strange the Dreamer books by Laini Taylor, and Fiona Hardingham. Both are incredible, so the audiobook is just as good as a physical book. They're great. There are other books by Nalini Singh, once again side-changeling novels, and I already showed you those, so I don't know why I'm showing you again, but just go with it. Then I have Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri. This is epic fantasy. Set in a world with outcasts and nomads descended from desert spirits. It says, a nobleman's daughter with magic in her blood. An empire built on the dreams of enslaved gods. The Amarithi are outcasts, nomads descended of desert spirits. They are coveted and persecuted without the empire for the power in their blood. It intrigued the hell out of me, and I requested an arc and I got one, so I really need to get to it and I really need to finish it because it sounds so good. And then I told you I had the sequel to Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. This is Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix by Julie C. Dow, which again is a series retelling the evil queen's story from, I believe, Snow White. So, an East Asian retelling. And lastly, there's something for you sci-fi lovers. There is Want by Cindy Pond. And this series is set in this world where kind of you can buy time on your life. So the rich are living longer, and they're also purchasing like immunity to the diseases in this kind of fetid world that they live in. But the poor are not immune to this disease, and they can't purchase immunity, and they can't purchase longevity, so they're dying off. When Jason loses someone close to him, he decides that he doesn't like the system, and he sets out to change it. I am really super stoked to read this one, and the cover is just damn gorgeous. Look at that. So these are not all of the books that I have, or all of the books that are, these are not even all of the books that I would recommend. These are just the ones that I have that I haven't read, or a series that I need to finish. The creators, if you go through all their posts about Year of the Asian Read-Along, or Reading Challenge, they all have a bunch of recommendations, so you can check them out there. And I will add to my TBR that's on Twitter, and I'll link that down in the description box. I will be adding to that TBR as I come across more books, and adding books that I don't have and that I will need to, like there's already one I need to read for March that I don't own that I will be adding. So I'll add books that I will be will be borrowing from the library, or getting on Audible, or borrowing from someone else, or whatever the case, or purchasing later. I'll be adding those to the TBR thread that is on Twitter, and I think I'll do a quarterly like wrap up to see how many books thus far I've read. So April, August, nope, that's not quarterly. March I'll do one, June, September, and December I will do quarterly wrap-ups for Year of the Asian Reading Challenge, and we'll see so far how close I am to meeting my goal, that giant panda 31 to 40 books. Don't forget to go check out all of the blogs of the creators of this reading challenge, and to sign up officially, and tweet about it, talk about it, YouTube about it, blog about it, Instagram about it. Just mention that you are doing it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, yada yada yada. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.